TMD Boxing Reports, Ronell here reporting here, and I'm back at it for the boxing fanatics. Alright, so March Final Four will be kicking off pretty soon, just in a few more months. We have Joseph Parker versus Joseph Parker versus Anthony Joshua, March 31st, and right before that, at the beginning of March, we had Luis Ortiz versus Deontay Wilder, March 3rd. So man, you know, I really do love March. You got March Madness. You got those nice, tasty green Irish milkshakes from McDonald's, and you know, coming up in March. Yeah, and that's about the only time I make a visit to McDonald's. I really can't eat their food, and you know, I get there, just get that milkshake, just one, because I really can't drink milkshakes either. But hey, the suffering I get is worth it just for that, you know, tasty minty green shake. Now, let's move on with some boxing here. All right, now, you know, I want to start off with the Anthony Joshua versus Joseph Parker. I mean, I understand that you know, Luis Ortiz and Deontay Wilder is you know, right before that, but you know, I'm gonna start with this one here because I actually thought to myself when the fight, you know, even before the fight was made, I said Anthony Joshua is going to smoke this dude. I mean, I'm still hoping that Anthony Joshua could get the job done, but you know, right after I had watched the replay of Joseph Parker versus Harry Fury, you know, I'm like, wow. I mean, Joseph Parker came into that fight looking like a heavyweight Sean Porter. I mean, he was just wild with it. And, you know, just like Sean Porter, he was getting caught coming in with some, you know, uppercuts and, you know, right crosses, and, well, not right cross because Fury is a southpaw. But, you know, he was getting caught with the crosses and hooks and whatnot. But I'm saying, you know, is he going to come in that way against Joshua? You know, now, you know, I'm thinking it depends which Parker shows up. All right, if he comes in, try to box, move in and out, you know, will that Parker show up, or will, you know, the Sean Porter Parker, you know, like he was against Harry Fury, will he show up? Okay, now I was thinking to myself, like, damn, you know, if he tried that with Anthony Joshua, you know, like he did with Fury, you know, damn, you know, I'm saying that's a lot of work, and we all knows that Joshua, you know, he tires out. You know, so I'm like, you know, he could tire out early, you know, before the middle rounds, you know. And I was also saying to myself, wait a minute, you know, there's a whole lot of other things that I see in this fight, you know, and plus with Parker, you know, Joseph Parker, yeah, he was very aggressive, you know, going into that fight, but there was a lot of dirty tactics in that fight as well. You know, Parker was doing a lot of headbutting. He was punching Fury in the back of the neck, in the back of the head, and you know, he also had some low blows in that fight. I'm pretty sure that in this fight here, that, you know, the ref will keep you know, very close eye on that. All right, and who knows, Parker, he could end up losing points. Or, you know, this fight could end in controversy. You know, he could end up being disqualified. You know, that's how I see it. You know, I actually thought that Anthony Joshua had a chance in this fight. Like, you know, when I heard the fight was talking about being made, I just said, man, Joshua is going to go in there. He's going to blow this dude out. Now, I understand that, I understand that Fury and Joshua are, you know, way two different people. You know, Joshua, he is a pretty big, strong dude and everything, but you know, just looking at this fight, I'm pretty sure that Parker would try, you know, to do the same against Joshua. Plus, he already said it, that he's coming in to shock the world by defeating him. Now, this fight here, I don't know, it seems like a tournament. Something like, you know what I mean, the Final Four, March Final Four. Yeah, it seems like some type of tournament, but you know, we all knows that whoever wins between the four, you know, the winner will face each other. But you know, Eddie Hearn, you know, he already said, you know, that might not happen because we all knows that Tyson Fury, okay, he's coming back, and who knows? Tyson Fury, let's say if Joshua win this fight, he could end up facing Tyson Fury, which I don't think that makes sense. I mean, Tyson Fury, he should have like a tune-up fight at least, before he come back, but they were saying that, hey, Joshua might end up facing him during the summer, and then later on in December, he'll end up facing the winner of the Luis Ortiz and, Wilder fight. So we'll have to wait and see for that. Now, with Wilder and Luis Ortiz, now I'm pretty shocked, because there's a lot of people, okay, that is picking Wilder to win this fight. All right, I mean, I also was picking Wilder as well, but I'm talking about a lot. I mean, even the people who dislikes Wilder is picking him. All right, and yes, they have some things to say. They were saying that Wilder is picking the old dude. Yeah, now that he's old, he's out of his prime. Of course, they was talking about his past 2 fights, mostly the fight with David Allen. He was fighting a guy with only 9 fights. And, looking at Luis Ortiz's, rich Cuban boxing background, of course, we all know he should have gotten rid of David Allen in less than 3 rounds. So, they're saying that he's out of his prime now, and this is why Wilder is picking him. Much something like Mayweather was doing. They were saying. So they was like, yeah, he's pulling a Mayweather now. But nah, I mean, if you remembers, like a year and a half or 2 years, Wilder has been calling out Anthony Joshua, and Anthony Joshua, he's not old, he's not out of his prime. All right, the man is still fresh. I mean, he has a pretty decent record, 20 wins with 20 knockouts, and hopefully he'll, improve that fight with 21 wins, 21 knockouts. It depends, okay? Who knows? That fight between him and Parker could end in a controversy. Hey, this is something that always, comes up in big fights like this. I mean, I just hope the March Final Four, goes the way it should go in a boxing match. Hey, we'll get no corrupt judging. If the fights go the distance, or no one gets disqualified, it just be a clean fight and the right person wins, okay? And we all see it the same way. That's what I'm hoping for. So that's my take on this. CMD Boxing Reports, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.